not knocking shit over.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I did that shit once. It was awful.
That's funny. Yeah, fucking dude, I miss driving those things though.
Oh, it was a fucking
They're
blast.
so much fun.
It was a blast. 'Cause, I mean, you hop on for like fucking 3-4 hours, and then you hop off for a little bit, dick around, get some lunch, and then hop back on.
Like a good golf cart.
Yeah, that's really all it is, a golf cart that can lift shit up.
And you turn with your ass, so you can just like drift. And if you ride that clutch, you're not supposed to, but you can use the clutch as a brake. If you want to go fast, you use the clutch as a brake. And you fucking hit that thing, that like puts you in neutral, so you could just coast into fucking pallets, pick shit up, fucking drill that clutch again, hit the gas, pull the thing up real fast, fucking hit it again. You could drift into a bay.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I didn't have that.
Oh, it's dope.
That's dangerous.
It's so much goddamn fun. I almost flipped one once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Any heavy machinery is a good fucking time to use.
Yeah.
I stress.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
I just think about the catastrophe I could cause.
Nah, once I have like an open field and I can just like fuck shit up and like get comfortable, it's like, all right.
If I could do
now
that,
let's
yeah.
I remember bringing in 16-foot lumber, like 16-foot long from outside. So I pick it up off the truck and I have to bring it and stack it into a bay inside. But our door is only 14 feet. So you got to fucking go it sideways, side shift, fucking wing that one in. And then the fucking aisles, the aisles were like you had like a foot on each side. So you're fucking bringing that through. People are fucking watching you and shit.
That I wouldn't like either.
And then you stack like 3 of them. So now it's heavy as fuck because you don't have much overhead space. You band them. You go to put them up. I remember one time I was fucking bringing it up. And it was so heavy that my forklift started going,
oh, fuck no.
Bro, I fucking shot it down. We threw concrete on the back so it'd be heavier. And then
you lighten the load?
No, you can't. There's no space. It had to go up. It had to go up. And I remember lifting it, and I think I tried a different bay. I lifted it up, and I pushed it up, and water started falling. I was like, what the fuck? So I brought it down, water stopped. I went to go shoot it back up, and it was like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Fucking back up. I was bumping into the sprinkler head. I almost busted off the sprinkler at the depot.
We had someone do that to us at our work.
Someone did that in receiving. Yeah.
God damn. No, the worst was fucking when you're just like chilling, minding your own business, and then like the fucking big boss comes around. It's like, hey, can you grab that thing on the very top shelf that's like super heavy and just precariously laying there? It's like, yeah, no problem. And then just like a crowd starts forming. Funny. It's like, oh, fuck me. Me
and my buddy Brendan, we were like, there was no overhead space at the depot we worked at. So like to put shit up, we found these one pallets that were too high because the lights were in the way. And to get it up, you had to push it up, touch the light, push the light. And then as it swings back, when it swings back this way, shoot it up above the light.
Jeez.
And then put it in. And then to get it down, you had to like swing the light and then fucking swing into the pallet. It was fucked up. It was crazy.
OSHA approved.
When you said sprinkler just now, it made me think. I don't think comic book store had sprinklers.
Just crazy. A room full of paper.
Well, I mean, which would you rather do? Take the insurance of having everything lost or have fucking water go and have everything lost?
Oh, no. I'm not saying it was the wrong move. I'm just saying, like, I love that everyone knew to not even complain. Like, the people that at our work that complain about things, it's like, oh, we don't have security. It's like, why would we?
Oh, it's crazy. I don't get why security is such a big fucking deal.
I understood it when we were a cash business, because then it's like, okay, that would make us a target. We're not. Everyone pays AeroPay and debit cards, like
I mean, a lot of people still pay cash. There's still a lot of cash in the building, but it's not like before
compared to any other business. Like,
no,
you pay with cash, fucking gas stations and
before debit, they were making fucking $50,000 a day in cash.
Right, that was different.
So I can't go to like a dispensary in Illinois and pay with a credit card. I just be a debit card.
Yeah,
because it's not federally legal, so it's not FDIC insured.
The debit card thing, it's like a third party. That's why they get away with it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I know that.
It's because like
it's like
if
a
you
middleman.
Yeah, it's like if it's not like your credit card is FDIC insured, but if it's not federally legal, it's like you could buy with a credit card, but then if you don't pay it back, like we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be crazy.
Shit is fucking crazy. Like the amount of fucking like laws and fucking like weird loopholes.
Wait till it's federally
bullshit.
legal.
We were talking about the other day how goofy it is, like
Can't wait.
that wreck
Amazon
people from out of state, like have to only get 30 grams or whatever it is, and it's like
The
we would
allowance
love
are so
to
weird.
just keep taking your money. Like that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's why they legalized it. Like,
Yeah.
just let us make the money.
I don't know if it's
Taxing
like
those fucking people out the ass.
I don't know if it's like to like preserve some for medical patients.
Again, I understood that like early on,
Yeah.
but at this point, like they were sending us more shit than we knew what to do with for so many
Yeah.
months.
And at this point, it's so easy to get a fucking medical card. You can go, dude. If you ever gotten like a car accident or something, you can literally go into like a doctor, like one of our preferred
I was gonna
doctors,
say we got a list.
and just say, "Yeah, I was in a car accident. I got PTSD from it." Cool. You have a lifelong condition. You pay $50 every 3 years, and you have a medical card. You don't pay taxes anymore.
That's, or basically,
Yeah, you pay
That's
like
wild.
it's like buying a candy bar. What?
Yeah,
It's like $2-3.
That's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
You can walk in and say, "Yeah, doc, I get headaches." Oh, you do?
shit like that. You
Weed's
might
a
need
good
a
cure.
history. The PTSD angle is better because it's like,
Yeah, you can.
A recent thing.
or just like an unprovable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
That was what my doctor
It's like
said. He's
fibromyalgia.
He's like, I got people that come in here for chronic pain or whatever, but some of them, like, it happens all of a sudden and they want weed immediately for it. It's like, you come in, it's like, you tried this, tried that. Like, yeah, it makes sense that you'd want to try this now. It's like, so if you got a little history on anything,
Yeah,
You'd be
you're
like-
fucking in. If
But I feel like
if you ever
it's-
had a surgery, boom, yeah, my knee hurts from my surgery. Okay, cool.
But it's at what point do you think they're gonna be like, you know what? You know, it's up to you. Do you want Vicodin or do you want like a weed, like a bunch
who's
of weed?
offering Vicodin?
I'm just saying. Like if you have a surgery or something, like at what point are like the doctors
Oh,
like saying,
well,
I
it's
know
not
there's
like,
that
I
he-
subscribe you weed.
It's
instead
not
of,
that heavy a fucking painkiller. I
Well,
mean,
I'm
post
just saying,
surgery.
like just something like that, to a point where the doctors are suggesting weed. As
I mean, they
opposed
do.
to-
We have goofy motherfuckers bring in prescriptions from the doctor for 20 grams indica, and you're like, shut the fuck up. Like, I know that you're not the one who said this, but you're the one that just made me hear that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not gonna try to say that.
Doctor
Like,
says I need 20 grams. It's like 20 grams. Do you know how much that is, lady? You'll be fine with an eighth for the next year.
like you've never smoked before. Okay, yeah.
Here's a one hitter and here's an eighth.
Yeah, here's a chillum that comes preloaded for you.
Yeah. Fucking smoke that and see what that does for you. That knocked my socks off.
That'd be funny. Do they like actually come in there with like a fucking script?
I've not seen a script, but people use those terminology of like.
So that would be fucking hysterical if like just the doctor wrote 20 grams
Back in
indica.
the day,
just-
I actually can remember like crumpled up papers and
Yeah.
shit. Not recently.
Back then it was more medical though.
Yeah.
That's when it was like we're fucking taking quizzes every day at work talking about.
Yeah, now these goofy motherfuckers
It's crazy.
don't give no fucks.
want to see like 20 years down the road. Every time I go into a fucking doctor's office for a headache, they're like, "Here's a couple joints, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
have a good one."
Here's a doink.
Prescription.
Get
Yeah.
these old fuck doctors out of there.
I'm
They're taking all the pharmacy's monies.
I am curious,
I'd
like,
like
when
to
it.
find one of those guys, to be honest.
Oh, they're online. You can literally Google them and like what pharmacies or what company is paying them money to like push their drugs.
Really?
You can any like your primary care physician or whatever. You can look them up and see what companies are paying them money and pushing their drugs.
So you got to see who Norco's paying.
Right, and then be like,
I don't
sorry.
think they need to push Norco though. I think that one does its own pushing.
Doc, who you sponsored by? What do you-
Bro, it'd been like
Who you got? What do you got going on?
it'd been like 3 months, and then the lady said she was gonna have it. And since that day that she said she was gonna have it, it's been 3 weeks again. It's damn near been another fucking month. It's like, lady, the fuck? You could have just kept the streak going. Like, why do you have me the carrot dangling?
It's like
Keep
a
you interested.
it's like a tease. I'm curious to see like when it goes like federally legal to where how loose is it going to be? Is it going to be like where Amazon's selling weed? Is there like an Amazon dispensary, or
Well,
is
I
it
mean, you
like
can get
is there gonna be-
alcohol in the mail?
yeah, exactly, yeah, or is it going to be like
Liquor store on every street.
or is it going to be like like farmers markets too, where you can go out.
Well, yeah, it was gonna be that too.
That's
But
gonna,
even
that's
like
gonna
the-
be kind of cool.
It's like
Right,
a
but-
winery versus liquor store.
Even
Weed
like the
tastings.
farmer's market, you can't go there with like your own liquor. But, like I brewed this in my house, like that's illegal. You can't do that.
You can't
shit.
sell your own booze.
But you-
Really?
But you could like so that's where it becomes, I guess, would be a good interesting. Because
What
you
if
could
you
sell
mix
like
it
your,
into brownies? I guess that's the same thing.
well, I'm just saying like you could sell your apples on the side of the road, like
Yeah.
your crops. So it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, so
you know what
wonder
I'm
if
saying?
it
Like
would- I
alcohol,
wonder
you
if it
would
would-
do stuff too.
I wonder
So
if
it's
it would
like
fall in-
regulation, but that's like I grew it.
Interesting.
But then, right, but it's
Or
still
flowers.
you have to like check someone's ID and shit, and like you're giving someone like a drug. Like what I'm saying, like even with the like
You'd have to
alcohol,
ID someone.
Oh,
yeah.
there
You know
would
what I
be
mean?
age restrict. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
You could get fucked up if you're not IDing people for sure. But I do wonder just where it is like, well, I'm not doing anything to it. You know, like obviously like if you're selling shit at the grocery store, yeah, apples are regulated, but like
Yeah, I sprinkle a little Coke on it. It's fine.
it's fine.
Randy's Christmas snow.
Or like just how now it's like crazy to get a license. It's like the guy who owns our company, his dad just like is a big businessman in Chicago and like
He's from the Jim Beam fortune. That's
Yeah,
how
literally.
that's how he got
Whiskey?
that's
Yeah,
that's how
literally.
that's how he got into the weed industry.
he was
His dad was the Jim Beam
and
guy.
had every connection imaginable and he's like, Dad,
Dad, I want to smoke weed and do a weed company.
Dad, weed's
And now-
getting big now. I went to a party the other day, and this girl, she had me smoke. We didn't have sex, but, you know, we
Yeah,
smoked a joint.
It's fine.
We're gonna. And
It's fine. We're gonna have sex. Yeah.
and,
And then now he's the biggest fucking
That's wild.
No.
but to
wild?
get those licenses, there was only like 11 or something.
comes in acting like a self-made man.
And now all these companies keep absorbing each other. So those licenses that were 11, there's now like 5 companies.
No shit.
Yeah. Like Cresco bought, like everyone,
Yeah.
everyone gets bought up.
It's turning into like have you ever seen where like have you ever seen like all the brands? It's like it's like 1,000 of them, and then it all stems
all
in-
under
it
Kellogg's
stems
or
into like
something?
it stems into like 20 companies, and then those 20 stem into like 5 companies.
And then the
what it's like.
Rockefellers are at the top. That's what it's turning into, folks.
The Rothschilds.
That is wild though, because like you're saying, like federally legal, like are like police officers, and like, can I go in the army, like shoot somebody, go back on base, and smoke a joint?
You should be able to if you can drink, right?
Well, that might just fall into like what you can and can't do as a contracted employee. Like you could be a construction worker in this state and you're still getting drug tested. You can't
Right,
smoke.
but that's because of insurance reasons and whatnot.
well, I'm just saying,
With
I'd
it
imagine
being
there's a similar
federally
like.
illegal. So I can only imagine that like once it's federally illegal.
Don't you think there's an aspect of it though too that's like because you can't test someone for it the way you can for alcohol?
Oh, 1,000%.
So
Yes,
it's like-
1,000%.
You can't do it at all because there might be a chance that you're doing it at work and we can't prove that you're
right,
not.
but I mean, can you imagine having jobs where it's like, yeah, we're gonna test you for alcohol and make sure you don't have any alcohol in your system in the past 30 days.
Well, that's not.
That'd be wild.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like if
That
we
is
got
how it-
normalized to a point where just everyone was smoking, like how everyone's drinking, and it's like, oh, you're a teetotaler, you don't drink like that, you're
Well,
weird.
If it got to that point though, then it's almost like who the fuck are you hiring? You know,
Yeah.
if everyone fucking drinks, if everyone's smoking, you're trying to find some straight-laced lunatic to hammer your nails. You know, he's gonna hammer a lot more than that.
I'm straight edge.
Yeah.
I'm a sex addict.
Yeah, anyone that
I'll
sober's
hammer-
reformed for
I'll
sure.
hammer
Yeah.
those nails. And your wife.
Your wife.
The fucking ground.
Jesus
Last
Christ.
nail on your coffin.
Last nail in your divorce.
I'll be happy once I see a bunch of like weed stores everywhere and shit. Go fucking just and cheap weed.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mom
that's
and pop
really
shops?
Yeah, like that. Like if mom and pop, like how we're saying, like grew their own fucking shit and like
Yeah.
had their own like little shop.
Stoned
like, that'd be
Apes
dope as
Medical.
hell. Fuck yeah! But, like you want some cheap shit? I got a bunch of that. I got like a bunch of quality shit, and it's like
I got
reasonably
Quaaludes.
priced.
I can only
Reasonably priced.
imagine Colorado has that because by the time I was there, it already was like getting there. So by now, I'd imagine there literally is
Yeah,
like,
like
that's what I
Oregon.
hear.
Or like
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Or like
those early
Washington.
people. Yeah.
You can only imagine what it's like. I'm sure it's just like, I'm sure they have farmers markets where it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, that would not surprise me at
Yeah.
all.
Well, Rich said he went to like a farmer's market type thing around here.
did he?
He said,
Oh, that you did tell me that where it's like, can you sell? It's like, well, how big are your balls?
yeah, this dude's awesome.
This dude's great. This dude,
This man don't give a fuck. I love it.
We're not giving away his full name. This man is trapping.
I don't know what his last name is.
Yeah, I don't either. This man is trapping. I mean, moving weight.
He's got a couple kids, a wife.
He came into work, told his story, and he was like, yeah, man, I'm just. I don't know if he was in a hotel room or if he was in
His home.
his own like bathroom or whatever. I guess he was on the phone with his buddy and he did like 3 grams of coke or like just a crazy amount of coke to a point where like he thought he was gonna die. He wrote his wife a letter,
Christ,
saying like, "I love you, I love the kids, I fucked up, I'm ODing right now, blah 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 blah." Dude wrote this letter. He's on the phone with his buddy, calls his buddy, and he's talking, does more coke, and he's like, well, I got to finish all this coke. This man's like,
I gotta see this thing through.
This man's 45, then comes to work like a day later, and is like, yeah, I thought I was dying the other day.
Tells it like a normal story.
Yeah,
like traffic was bad, leaving the baseball game.
I called my wife crying. I thought I was dying.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like there was like some...
and then just goes to festivals and with fucking pounds of shrooms.
Yeah, there was some... yeah, well, that. But the
That'd
weed
be
thing...
killing.
And he just gives shrooms away to like everyone we work with. I'm trying to figure out how to get in on that. He's a good dude, though. I'm not trying to like take advantage.
To be honest with you.
I think he was fucking stoned when he came up to me the one day.
Bro, I went to lunch one day, and I like looked over and I was like, "Oh, Rich is out there. Should I smoke?" He probably wouldn't care. At that moment, I look back and he's just chiefing a blunt in his car, and I'm like, "Oh, Rich, he don't give a fuck."
He don't give a fuck.
People usually just give a little like spruce themselves up before they come back in. This man, it was Sunday, so who gives a fuck?
Stumbled.
Yeah, he literally was like standing by the clock-in thing, waiting to clock in. I'm rinsing out the blender, and he's like, "Think I'm in there with you next week." I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, "Inventory. They got me," and this man's just like pounding chips, staring at him like, "That's cool, man." I look forward to it. It's not on my day, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Well, I guess I'm in there, so I'll get to experience him in there, but then not have to close.
I like him. I hope I don't close them.
Yeah, I think it's him and Angel. I want to say, or no, it's him, Bonk and Christian.
They'll be fine.
I talked Bonk up. I'm like, follow his lead, and he's like, oh yeah, Rich isn't about to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes to some fucking weed thing with his buddy, and I guess like it's advertised as like CBD shit, whatever you could get away with.
Whatever they sell at like vape stores, and it's in a big jar, and it's like,
Okay.
what the fuck is that?
And it's like maybe
It's
weed
hemp.
accessories and stuff. It's like a weed fair type thing. And
It's
he's
like
like,
a cannabis cup.
he's like, yeah, you can't smoke there, sell like weed. And like moments later, he's like, I brought some weed and trying to unload on the side. I'm like, and how's that received? He's like, like you say, he's like, it kind of just depends how big your ball. Not like in a I'm the coolest way. But he's just like, to be honest, that's pretty much how that goes. And I was like, well, good for you. He's like, so I'm like 8 ounces. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really sell weed there or whatever.
Sold half a pound.
So I brought some weed and
Oh, like when he says trapping, he ain't like
Christ.
he says he's been growing shrooms for like 20 years. And again, he's not the dude that's like hear someone say shrooms and he's like, I know how to grow them. Like very chill dude.
Dude, the man stormed out of work one day like running, and like someone was like, "Where you off to? Are you chilling? You smoking? What's going on?" And he's like, "No, I have a lecture I have to be at the college." It's like, what the fuck lecture? And he's like, yeah, I'm talking with some hydroponics and blah 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 professor about crossbreeding plants and like stem cell and plants.
He has a online business where people send him plants and he nurses them back to health and sends them back to him. We're all like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here?
Dude, under all of our names and under all of our...
This is interesting. This is where you get some paranoia.
It's crazy. Under all of our names and teams, we have a big group chat in Teams, and it's like patient care specialist,
That's like the generic title everyone gets when they're hired.
Everybody has that. It gets to
So
this
everyone's
dude.
hired as.
It gets to this dude who was hired like a few months ago?
One of the more second recentest batch.
Growing specialist, growing master specialist, something like that.
Which obviously we have growing facilities where you'd think those
They put 'em,
names
yeah.
would be.
Yeah, the man didn't come from cultivation.
No.
So how he got
He got
that
hired
name,
here. Yeah,
how that name came about is crazy.
it's interesting.
Isn't that wild to think about?
The fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's creepy.
I've wanted to ask a boss about it, but I feel like they would be like, "That shouldn't be like that," and then they go and change it. I'm like, "Well, that's not fun."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So I just don't ask. I also hate them.
Yeah, they're fucking whatever.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that here. But you know what we can do here?
Huh.
Armless kickboxing.
I like that.
Ah, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Up next on Stoned Ape Sports, you're looking at armless kickboxing sanctioned by MMA event.
we're going to work on that.
You guys will see it up here. Bunch of fucking.
Oh, it goes in for the knee.
Is there sound on this?
Is there? I don't think so.
Yo, this is.
No, bottom right. It would say.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Oh, just music. The
Just
appropriate
licensed?
music.
They got the ads on the back.
Fuck you, it was a knockout.
Yeah, what if they like clinch with their feet?
They are clinching like with their little stubs.
Damn, dude.
Play that again.
It's interesting because the one guy has, like, shoulders still.
Yeah,
Well, the
he's
other
got
guy
like
doesn't-
a little something.
Yeah, the other guy's kind of at a disadvantage. I would love this. I wish you could tie my arms off and we could do this.
We can do that.
I would beat someone to death in this. This is like designed. This is everything I want.
You know what? We can just cut your arms off and
Jumping sidekick. I think the one guy just tried to like flex.
Do
you
you
see
think they-
that? He's kind of like
Do you think they cut their arms off to do this? Or
probably yeah.
probably,
I would
I
assume.
mean, it's big money in this.
You know, there's a thing called transabled. You know what that is?
What?
You know what that is? That's when people.
You should.
That's when people who aren't disabled identify as disabled. So, for example, if I identified as a paralyzed man from the waist down, I would then be in a wheelchair and I would act I would be paralyzed from the waist down. If you're saying like this isn't my arm at birth, this is not mine. People get their arms, limbs removed, saying like this is not mine. I am a disabled, one-armed man, and they will cut off their arms. Is that the craziest thing to you? Someone's like, no. I know for a fact I have Down syndrome.
Isn't
I
it?
know for a fact I have that, and I'm going to talk like I have Down syndrome and act like it and go to special facilities
I
to
feel
get
like
help
these
for
people
it.
need to be in special facilities.
Bro. That's the thing. Everything's a fucking disabled now.
That's what the arm cutting off thing is like. How are you this fucking dumb, but you have this much money to do this dumb thing?
Yeah, like, insurance did not approve this.
I also
like,
wonder,
this is
like-
out of pocket.
I also wonder, like, what that conversation's like in the doctor's office where you're like, yo, doc,
It's not mine.
cut it off.
It's not mine. I swear. I don't know
want
how
this.
I got there.
Doc, I'm left-handed.
A man who went to school to help people is now just
Disabled.
You want me to
confused.
saw off your arm because you think it doesn't belong to you?
The man is basically a crippled Avenger.
like, sir, I feel as though you're not in the right doctor's office. I feel like you need to talk to someone.
Like, fuck, go to, like, the black market and, like, at least try to sell your arm or something. They'll give you money for it.
Listen,
Isn't that fucked up, though?
I'd get it if there was a cyborg arm at the end of the road.
Can you imagine?
Nothing.
Can you imagine being transabled and being like, nah, I'm paralyzed. I'm confined to a wheelchair.
You're like,
Ricky Bobby, you are not paralyzed.
dude, my mind just broke because I thought of that, and then Ray from Trailer Park Boys.
I was
the
going.
other thing.
I was going somewhere completely else, but then I thought of that. But no, can you imagine being like, no, I'm a paralyzed man. I'm stuck in a wheelchair. but then turning into like a Karen and being like, this building does not have ramps. I'm not able to get in this facility. It's like, motherfucker, you can walk.
And that's when you stab him in the leg with a fork.
Yeah.
Try to pry it out.
Right out with the other knife.
But
You saying I'm paralyzed? I'm not paralyzed.
like in the trailer park example, though, that guy does it for insurance. Like he's in the chair to like collect disability. Do you think that's like a big lane
Yo, I
for
bet that-
transabled people?
I
It's
bet-
probably
Oh,
a big cross
I
section.
didn't think about that.
Disabled,
Well, I wonder
or,
if you can-
disability.
I wonder if you can claim look that up. Can a transabled person claim
Well, like-
disability?
That I don't know if we're gonna get a
Yeah, that's
clear
gonna-
cut
that's
answer. That might be some
Pull that up.
sifting around.
But no, I mean, but it is a good thing. It is a good thing.
Okay, so like
to think about,
hypothetically,
though.
I'm transabled.
Yes.
So I go and I park in a handicap spot, and the cop's like, "Yo, I'm gonna write you a ticket." And it's like,
No,
I
sir.
identify.
I'm gonna have to write you a
as a
ticket.
handicap.
Actually,
Yeah, actually, I'll be seeing you in court. See, I think the thing though, I think in order to be this, you have to have money because when someone denies you, you then have the ability to grab a lawyer and sue
it's like
somebody.
fibromyalgia. It's like you have to be in a position to afford
Yeah,
taking days off for
Yeah.
body aches or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you have to like fully fucking commit. How do you qualify?
Nope.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, this
Dude,
word isn't gonna.
Just look up transabled.
Sorry.
Maybe I just
Sorry for typing the question that you asked in. My bad. I should just type the word in.
becoming disabled by choice, not chance. Huffington Post.
I
2015.
can't even read this.
A lot of
one, man.
people
This is-
would say it's not by choice.
Feeling like imposters in their bodies, their arms, legs.
Yeah, it's
in
called
full-
imposter syndrome. You fucking work on it.
Click that. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to.
Click it, please. I need to know.
Nah, go to the org one.
No, it's on the no. It's Canada. Of course,
Oh,
it's big in
Canada's
Canada.
legit. Canada's
Hold on, go
legit.
back.
Canada's legit. They wanted to fucking make pronouns the law.
When he cut off his
They're
right
legit.
arm with a very sharp power tool, a man who now calls.
Well, now if you're doing that, you're getting into the trans territory of like, listen, you're cutting your dick off. I'm not hesitating to believe you that you think
Let everyone believe
Yes, that is true.
accident.
If you're cutting limbs off,
that. Also, I guess. But I'm saying if
But
you're
doesn't
doing
that
it
then
yourself,
that
that
then-
almost then boosts the mental illness side. Though.
Yeah,
You're doing
you
it
need to be
yourself.
at
Yeah.
home if you are chopping off
Yeah.
your own fucking limbs.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be able to do.
see, I think
like-
this is where all of this falls back into like psychosis, where it's like, oh, you're fucked up in the head. You don't have a disability. You're just
You have a disability,
yeah,
a
you
mental
have,
one.
Yeah, you have a mental.
You have
disability.
schizophrenia.
And
Well, that's
they-
like
we
what
have-
Tim
and we-
Dillon's point is like they fetishize mental health to be like, oh, anxiety. It's like, that's not a thing. I'm not saying it's not a thing. But also, it seems to be a thing that everyone fucking has, basically. And then there's actual mental illnesses that, like, you don't really have any, like, good answers for.
like schizophrenia or shit like
But
that.
that you can't, you'd be crazy to try to fake or something. It's
Yeah.
much easier to just be like, oh, I get nervous in
I get
crowds or
I
whatever.
get, I get anxious. Okay, I get anxious, and you have to learn to accept that.
It is very annoying how just that anxious and fibromyalgia bullshit is. Like
Nick,
the
I
things
have
that
triggers.
take- yeah,
And you have to be aware of my triggers to not offend me.
The mental health things. It's like, all right, not about like any of the other like mental health diseases or anything. It's just like anxiety and shit to like excuse you out of shit that you don't want to do.
Things, anxiety and depression, things that are part of, like, the human fucking
like
condition.
that's life, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
Not to say some, and again, like I get, like
Yeah,
some people probably
some
have
people,
brain
yeah.
scans
For sure,
with like
for
the
sure.
depression part of their
yeah,
head
they're
is like,
getting like more
Yeah.
of that chemical or whatever going out. Like I get it. But yeah.
this man really wants to read this article.
I do. I'm really interested.
But he had for months
The
tried
glasses are
different
tough
means
with
of
the
cutting and
headphones.
crushing
Cutting
the
and-
limb, but never quite felt like his own, training himself on first aid so he wouldn't bleed to death. Even practicing on animal parts sourced from a butcher. Oh,
Yeah, dude, this guy's
sourced
fucked
from a
up.
butcher, at least. It's kind of
But what
fucked up,
a
though.
smart way to do. I mean, this more sounds like a serial killer than like,
No, like, put this guy on a list.
yeah, you know what I mean. This doesn't sound
Slow
like
down a little more.
because it's too premeditated to just be crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like
There he is. Well, look at that haircut.
He looks like a magician.
yeah, this dude's.
How far up did
This
he
is
go?
a magician
A couple-
that got kicked out of Vegas.
This article's from 2015. This happens a couple years down the line. He's a school shooter. He got caught up in he does in no man's land. He doesn't know
think
what he
this-
wanted to do.
Do you
He
think
can't be
this
a
man?
school shooter. He can't reload a mag. He only got one clip.
Shit, that last bullet's going in his fucking dome. We define transability as the desire or the need for a person identified as able-bodied by other people to transform his or her body to obtain a physical impairment.
This is crazy to me. This is so fucked up. So, like...
Yeah, no, Canada's fucked on that one, bro.
We got it here, too, though.
Well,
here's the other thing, though. Did this man not get like enough attention as a kid? Was he fucked up?
That's why he has a mohawk and a fucking chin strap.
To where he's
here.
like, to where he's like,
arm in that picture,
I want to stand out.
Yeah, he's got his arms.
This is when he's still pretending to be. He's still trapped in an able-bodied person's body. Even though
I can wrap my head around like I don't feel like I'm like the sex change thing. I can wrap
that
my
one
head
you get that
around
you're
that.
on a
Like,
scale.
I get that.
So
I
it's
get
like
that.
if you lean one way, you're like, I understand there's a scale. Where this, it's like, I don't. That seems like a thing.
Yeah, that seems like you have a fucking disease.
Yeah.
That you need to get cured.
Your mind is deteriorating.
You gotta maybe go to therapy first. Figure that shit out.
Figure out off your arm is the solution.
Figure
to
out
your
your
life
past.
problems.
Yeah, come to find out, like, you fucking jerked somebody off with that arm, and it's like, oh, that's why
is
I
that
want
what it
this
was?
thing to fuck away from me.
That's why I hate this arm.
Yeah.
God.
The transabled are very secretive and often keep their desires to themselves. What? I like how it's like you can't, like, imagine saying something about black people like that. The blacks are very secretive. You can't, but then those are the same people that write this. You can't talk about it like that. But then they go, the transabled are very secretive. How you can't fucking say a group of people that aren't collected based on their secretiveness are all secretive. I'm sure there's plenty of fucking people of that ilk that walk around letting everybody fucking know.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I have one arm.
I
can
love
tell.
that shit though. Like, call the entire group something.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we turn around and said, during Asian news, we misspoke for a second. They'd be on our fucking ass.
Yeah.
Once we get some more, traction.
That's where you guys come in. You 20 viewers, I see you guys. I see you. Hit that fucking subscribe button. Don't just listen. Subscribe.
We're pulling out all the stops here.
Yeah, come on. Where else are you going to get conversations like this?
He's got a study. Some of his study participants do draw parallels from transgender people.
I think it's just
Yeah, he goes, this disorder is starting to be thought of a neurological problem with the body's mapping rather than a mental illness.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Somebody's fucking...
A neurological problem.
That's like what autism
See, like,
is.
what happened to her?
Really?
Go up.
Yeah, it's
Go up.
neurological. What? Who
Like, what happened to her?
cares? Nothing. She's pretending.
Or did she sever her spinal cord? Now we have to see who this is, if she is actually pretending, or if it's like someone who's like, I'm actually disabled and I take offense to this.
You know how the fuck you pronounce that name?
Well, she's going to take offense to it either way.
Gorafinu?
That French? Or French Canadian.
Wouldn't it be crazy if she severed her spinal cord so she would be paralyzed?
Yes, very much so.
That'd
yes.
be wild.
If I looked like her, I'd fucking jump to the end and just bite the bull. It's like a goblin, but like Irish.
Oh,
It's enough of
my
that.
little goblin. Oh, laddie. I've been paralyzed since birth. You don't understand it.
All my life they had me in sports.
Oh, they have been sports me all life.
I hated it. I should have been on the sidelines.
Every time I'm playing out there playing rugby, I wish somebody would hit me hard enough to really sever me spine.
Every time I shoot my free throws, I think to myself, God, why couldn't I be sitting down doing this?
Wheelchair basketball looks so much fun.
It does, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, hard no.
You ever see that when they slam their fingers?
Yeah.
It looks fucking hard.
That's-
It does not look fun. I can barely play regular basketball.
I'd watch wheelchair basketball so much more than the WNBA, and I wish there was more of a market for it. I'd tune in a lot for wheelchair basketball. I'd watch a lot of that Arnold's kickboxing.
Oh no, there's a lot of.
If it wasn't so scrappy, like if
Well,
they
those guys were like fat guys. If you got like just athlete, like that wrestler dude who's got like just like half his torso.
Oh yeah, but
that
still just fucking jacked as shit.
handles people. Yeah, like that type of mindset person
two legless people going at it.
in a grappling match. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Or I guess like a combat jiu-jitsu you could do
because
where they
your
slap
center
still.
your center of mass is all off.
That's why that one dude I'm
How do
talking
you
about.
take them down?
that guy I'm talking about is
It's right here.
he fucked up everyone in wrestling, and because it's like then the weight class he competes in, he's so much stronger than everyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like upper body for upper body.
I'm just like, how would you get that guy? Like, it would be an arm triangle or a choke?
I guess you'd have to choke him. Well, an arm triangle's a choke.
You have to choke him.
I didn't think I could get an arm bar on him. I think he'd fucking wiggle out of that.
You could maybe get him in like a straight arm lock, like if you're in side control.
Fucking
I'd go wrist lock.
Oma.
Well, he's got no legs. How are you gonna Oma?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't do any of that. Like,
But I'm saying, like, if you kind of got into like a mounted crucifix type position, obviously you can't fully crucifix, but like in that position, I think you could maybe straight arm lock the guy. But it's going to be tough because, yes, you can't Kimura or Americana because they spin out of it immediately. But I think you're probably working a pretty heavy choke.
It's like trying
game.
to choke a top. Spins out.
A man who's spent a lot of time on the mats with that analysis.
Oh, yeah. You ever see, are you talking about the white guy or the black dude?
I'm thinking of a black dude.
Okay, the black dude is the guy I'm thinking of as well. He, have you ever seen him run on his hands?
Yeah, on a treadmill.
Dude, it's crazy.
on a treadmill?
It's
impressive as fuck.
it's very impressive, also terrifying.
Oh, if you were in the wrong setting.
Yeah, in the wrong setting, it'd
It's a
be
nightmare.
the scariest thing you've
I
ever
can only
seen.
imagine his hands have got to be
Bro.
like made out of stone.
You remember
Oh.
in Sly Cooper, the boss with the big dog, and he had the big arms. You'd walk around like that, and he had big little scrawny legs.
Never played.
Look him up.
Oh, man, it's gonna be right there.
Yeah, you guys will see
It's
it.
there already. I'll look it up for you.
I loved Sly Cooper.
Mugshot, that's his name. As I fucking type it in, I can remember.
Yeah, I remember him. Yes, sir.
Mugshot.
Yes, sir. What map was he in? That was the
like, it's like a Vegas thing. It's like bars and
Yeah.
casinos and stuff.
that's the first one.
The first game, yeah,
Yes.
not the first level, but yeah,
the
first game. Yeah,
Could be the first level too, if we're being honest.
well, it might be the first stage. There's that initial thing.
Except for the tutorial part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be the first stage, yeah. But
PS2 video games all followed like the same
Bro.
fucking same like for it was like this is a training level.
mm-hmm.
Here's the first guy. Second boss. You got 3 lives. Do this, do that. Yeah.
Yeah, after playing Ratchet and Clank, that's why I've just kind of looked at other people play Sly Cooper. I'm just like, I'm just gonna stick with Ratchet.
It was
and
the
Clank.
stealth
it looks
version.
Very
The first Sly Cooper is a little rough. The second 2 are tremendous.
True.
The second 2 are amazing.
I would very strongly agree with that. The
Yeah.
story on the first one's still great,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It sets everything up.
but it's not quite as clean. They figure everything out in 2
Yeah.
and 3. Two's replayability,
It's tremendous. It is fucking. I've beaten that game like 4 times.
it's so fun.
It's so good. The third one, like the level design and all that shit, that was great.
The third one's probably the best in terms of that, yeah, but
Bentley's-
two does it for me.
Bentley's actually disabled.
Yeah, dude. One of their characters just gets put in a wheelchair. It's like all like animals and stuff. So you think it's fun? The turtle just straight up gets crippled.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelchair,
They
but then
cripple him.
he gets
Boom.
like better weapons.
Oh, Bentley's dope.
Yeah.
He turns into like that spider thing, or like he shoots out that spider thing. You can cross
Oh
it.
yeah.
Remember that?
God
Great
damn.
games.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Who's the pink guy?
Murray.
Murray.
The Murray. That wasn't half bad.
I just remember that one. What was it? I think it's in the second one. That French level where you're tailing the Frenchy guy, like the lizard.
lizard, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first level of that one.
Yeah.
You guys are
Dimitri.
Go buy a fucking PlayStation 2 game,
Bro.
aren't you?
I got the PS3
I was gonna say, I do
remake.
too.
I got the PS2s ready, locked and loaded.
Wait for that PS5 remake.
Yeah, but that was Dimitri. He was like a Russian gangster in
Dimitri.
France.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was dope.
Because he like would sell art painting. He was like because all crime bosses. Because it's like you're a thief, but you're like Robin Hood,
Oh, okay.
but they're all like master thieves that steal just to make money and stuff. So like the first game, you have your family's book because all your family's thieves, and it's everyone's like special move and stuff. Everyone's like contribution to their family legacy. So that book gets stolen by a gang, and it's the first game is him going and reclaiming like each chunk of the book that they split up, and then the second game is like they have to go and steal all the parts of the villain because it's a robot.
Clockwork.
And so it's this big fucking owl that runs on hate.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
Dude,
they have
but
to
then,
go
like-
collect all the pieces before they can put them back together. You just like,
Do you remember
so it's
the-
Ratchet and Clank, but stealth instead of guns
Do you
blazing.
remember the tiger?
You get double level.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Raj.
Right. Yeah, that was a good map. And then the was that also the Indian map?
Yeah. But you have there's the one in the like outskirts, and then there's like the throne,
Yeah.
like King Capital City or whatever. Yeah.
Ransack the building. Remember that map?
Ransacking the building's so fun.
Yeah, dude. It's so dude, every level is set up to where it's like first mission's in like a new world. Gather intel. Next mission.
Yeah, you literally go, you, like,
scope this out. It like scope this out. Tail this guy. Do this, do that, and then it's like, all
Get
right,
your intel back to the headquarters.
Here's the big heist. We're doing X, Y, Z. I'm sure if we played it again, it'd be very
I played it recently. When Nico was here, we played it.
good. Still,
Love it.
The second
Okay.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe I popped that in.
It's very. I'm on the
so
second.
would you say to play the first one or no?
No,
No,
skip the first
Just
one.
skip it. Just go to the second.
Everything we told you just now.
Okay.
is
So
the
I
The first
did.
one, is literally just game mechanics. It's just like it's a little clunky, and
That's the
you
word.
only and if you get hit 3 times, you have to like restart. and that's
Everything's
annoying.
just kind of
there's no
figured out
health
better.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start at that second one.
First one, just you
Play
could
the
almost
third
watch
one.
like the little story, like on YouTube, like maybe like
The story
cinematic.
thing,
yeah,
all the cutscenes or whatever.
Oh, dude, it's so. I might go home and play it tonight.
dude, getting the bottles is fun. And-
Oh, and
well,
fuck, what?
it's like the gold bolt in
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank. It's like you go collect all these bottles, and then it's usually like in the villain's headquarters. They have a safe, and you can go. All the bottles will give you a combination. And you go and you get like a move. You can. It's fucking great. By the third one, you're in planes and shit.
I was just
yeah.
about to say the fucking
Baron.
plane one. Yeah, the Baron.
God damn.
I like
Dropping
the
bombs.
I liked the ice resort, like the ski resort place. Remember that one?
Is that with the bison?
Yeah, the bison is like a lumberjack.
Yeah. And with the train.
Yeah,
Fuck.
bro. Like the second one, the story and shit is like fucking tremendous, and then you go in the third one, the level design is fucking beautiful.
How much do we think that Sly Cooper 2 for the PS2 costs?
2 for the PS2.
I have it.
Same. But
I bet it's $15.
see, that's one of
Really?
those ones that goes either way. Because in my head, I'm like, yeah, everyone has that. There's
It's either
probably-
15 or 50.
literally, yeah, 50 was the number I'm thinking.
50 is correct.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Boom.
On Amazon, I can get it for $50 right now.
I wouldn't buy it. I would just borrow it.
Yeah, didn't you just sell a bunch of games?
Yeah.
Please don't spend $50 on Sly Cooper.
Oh.
Take it home with you.
I might. See, but you guys talking about Sly Cooper. I want to play Sly Cooper, and I really want to play some Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Well, that's just a good time.
Do you have a PS3?
No.
Oh.
In the PlayStation.
Which one's this? This is the second one?
Honor Among Thieves.
Band of Thieves,
That was the third one, Honor Among Thieves.
I think.
God damn it. I don't know where the fuck.
Any of you
that might
guys
just be
haven't
it.
played this game, fucking get on that shit. Yeah. Soon. Really soon.
Up Your Arsenal is the game I've played the most, probably.
Yeah. Fucking,
I think I played
PS2
Going
games are
Commando
the
the
best.
most.
Really?
I can't remember. Which one's the one with the with like the arena?
All of them. Starting with 2, all of them have that.
What's
2, you fight Brainiac in the arena. It's like that brain thing.
what was in Up Your Arsenal?
Up Your Arsenal, the villain is the robot, like Count Nebula or whatever.
Oh, never mind. I played that one more.
Fucking loved that one.
And that
Fucking
one's
love
arena
that
was
one.
like lava and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I played
dope
that
as
one a lot
fuck.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had like the hot chick robot was the.
Yeah.
Don't think I didn't, because I did.
I did it. Do you remember the Jack games?
So those I didn't play in
Yeah.
the same era of like growing up with Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
and Sly. I did pop those in later, and they were fun. I don't like love them the same way, but
Jack 2. Look up Jack 2 for me. I'm sorry.
Jack and Daxter, right?
I think it's just Jack 2.
But that's what the game we're talking.
Yeah. The first one's Jack and Daxter, I believe. Yeah, bro. That game was the fucking shit.
Yeah, no. If
And
I
then
grew up
Jack-
with it, I would have
Yeah,
fucked
for
with it
sure.
way
And then
harder.
Jak 3, same thing as Sly Cooper, just better level design.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I only got to 2, and I
The
fucking
first
got
one
stuck
I
on a level.
don't remember too much, but it might follow the same thing as Sly Cooper.
Yeah,
I would just skip to 2, play 3.
Yeah,
Dude, driving those ships.
that's
cars.
literally what I was just thinking about. Those fucking hovercrafts are fun as fuck.
Yeah, dude. And then you go into like the swamp area and you can just fly over all the water and shit. Yeah.
Just
In the,
flooring it.
I don't know if I think it's the
I
second
don't
one.
have to play
Yeah.
that game.
In the second one, you turn into, you like possess yourself and you like turn into that fucking dark dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just fuck people up.
This one's story was a little bit not.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the story
Yeah.
was, to be honest with you.
It's very just like there's a girl I think might be saving,
Yeah.
but he's like half a dick half the time.
Yeah, you're really just playing like to collect all the. It's like it's got like gun design like Ratchet and Clank. You could drive shit like that, and then there's.
It feels like Crash Bandicoot too, but like
Little
if,
bit, yeah.
like a more like not regiment. You know,
Yeah.
you're not like on a
platformer, like jumping on
Yeah.
shit, trying to get through levels. The third one has
yeah,
a.
platform. Thank you.
Did you ever play the third one?
I didn't get to it. I don't
Third
think.
one has an arena like Ratchet and Clank, but
Definitely not.
it's got dude. It's like a fucking desert, and instead of walking and shooting, dude, they have like 10 different cars, and it's just like a fucking drive. Each car has like guns and missiles and shit, and you're just fucking people up. It's great.
God damn.
I remember it being
Dude,
amazing.
That's not
PS2 was such a good fucking system.
Tremendous.
Like, it had
I would say
so
the
many
best.
good games.
Yeah.
So many good games.
I have such a spot in my heart.
Games
for
were cheap.
PS2.
That,
I remember
people
going to
are
this.
talking about some fucking games coming out being like $70 now.
Yes, sir. PS5 games start at $70.
I'll never
That
forget
fucked
the
up. That fucked up. You want the hardened edition? Steelbook? 100.
bro, the fucking wonderment I felt when I opened up the box, and it was Ratchet and Clank 1 sitting on top, and then when I picked it up, underneath that was the box that said PS2 in that fucking font, and like that is a highlight of my life to this day. Like I remember that shit.
Mine was opening up my PS2 on Christmas, and it was the same thing. I got the PS2, and then I opened up Kingdom Hearts
That's the
Hey.
and
yeah.
freaked the fuck
Classic.
out.
Classic.
My
And
buddy.
then I got a Scooby-Doo game.
nice.
Oh, I fucking love
Scooby-Doo night. Look up Scooby-Doo Night of 1,000 Frights. I think.
Bro, I played a Scooby Doo game on the computer that was fire.
I played a bunch of Scooby-Doo games, actually.
You guys will see all these pictures up top.
What you say?
Night of 1,000 Frights. I think. Oh, 100 Frights.
Always exaggerating.
Always. Ugh.
Yeah, boy! I beat that game! I
Yes,
remember,
sir.
Dude. Dude, that game was fun as fuck!
Dude, it was great. I want to play it again.
Oh my god.
Dude, it went through like all of like the original like the
That
original
OG stuff.
yeah, like
That
the OG like fucking bad
I'm-
guys.
Where are you and all that? Yeah, bro. I played Mystery Mayhem too.
I'm thinking of like a carnival one. Is that what this is?
I think, yeah.
Ghost Town might be.
Cyber Chase.
That
That was a
might
that was a
be it.
movie.
Sorry.
It was definitely a movie, but if it was also a game,
I used to love that movie.
It's THQ, so it's got to be a game.
that might be it. Do they go on a carnival at that one? It's like a
Yes.
They do it on
yeah,
a bunch
yes.
of levels. Yeah,
right.
they-
That's
yeah.
I think the last.
Yeah,
I
level
played
is
that game. I played the fucking
I knew it was a-
Phantom Knight game.
That one sounds familiar, but I couldn't say.
Phantom Knight, yeah.
Do you guys remember Darby the Dragon by chance?
Look it up.
That was another computer game I
The
liked.
purple dude?
Yeah. Well, Spyro was
Oh, okay.
also.
I remember Spyro.
Spyro's back. Now we're back on PS1. That's
Yes.
like Crash Bandicoot and
I
shit.
wonder how boring this is for the viewers.
I mean, if,
Or if we're going down
Nah,
Or
it
if they're-
depends what age group
are they
for
coming
that
Yeah.
down
guy,
memory
you know what
lane
I
with
mean?
us?
people are about this shit if they're our exact age.
Darby.
I don't remember that.
I mean, like,
Is that Dragon Tales?
I remember Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales.
Dragon
remember.
Tail.
Nah, bro, I'll be honest.
Nah, I don't remember that shit.
This was like in my I Spy era
Y'all
of
remember-
computer games.
Y'all remember RuneScape?
Never played, but let me tell you, that was a heavy conversation at lunch table in Queens.
Can only
a
imagine.
lot of RuneScape talk.
I remember trying to play that game like 3 times, and just every single time. Like,
Oh,
I
I-
don't understand the appeal.
I couldn't get into it. It was shit.
Just do not understand the appeal.
I remember playing it as
Oh,
playing it as a kid, and like my cousin was super into it, and being like, and like he would call me on the house phone, like on the,
Yeah.
and he would be like, "Yo, dude, I'm by this thing over here in this map and this coordinate. Come over there." And I'm like, "Bro, I don't know where the fuck you are." Like I'm walking around like an idiot.
Be like, bro, we're talking already.
Yeah, we're talking. What I'm gonna type to you now?
This game, yeah.
The opposite of that is Call of Duty, though.
Yes.
That when you're on the headset and you're like, get the fuck over here, and you can,
Tremendous.
dude. That's literally a highlight of life. Is like
MW2
8th to 10th grade, probably
just
Call
some
of Duty.
Good fucking years.
from
bro.
Modern Warfare to like
I got in at Modern Warfare 2 because I was late to like gun games. I was sports and like
Modern
Ratchet
Warfare
Slide.
2 was the pinnacle of my Call of Duty career.
I like that and Black Ops 1 because I like gun game and stuff.
Yeah,
I like those
yeah,
wager
Yeah, you
matches.
did
Black
love
Ops
that
1 was
gun
good.
game. I remember that.
I'm really
shit.
good at it for some
Yeah.
reason. I suck at the like deathmatch. I'm like
in the new
average to below.
It's in the new one. It's fun.
A gun game, sticks and one in the chamber I wasn't good at, but I liked. Sticks and Stones was fun as
Yeah.
fuck.
You should get the new Modern Warfare 2 coming out.
Why? Like, is
Modern
it?
Warfare 2?
So they rebooted the Modern Warfare franchise. So like the first Modern Warfare game came out like two years ago. That one was fucking tremendous.
But is it a remake of the old one?
It's not a remake of the old one, but I think it's taking the shit from the old one and then
like it's made in the same.
I assume it's gonna be same maps, same bullshit. Like the other one had
Sounds like a remake.
the other one had different maps, but like they would have like an old school thing where you can just play all the old maps and shit. You should get that. And,
I would play that.
It's cross platform. Or it's not cross platform, it's cross gen. So you can play on that and I can play on my PS5.
Oh, okay.
And then
Am I gonna get
Or
pwned?
you
And
get
then-
cross-platform
and then-
game, you fucking asshole.
it is also cross platform,
Okay,
yeah.
in
And
that
then
case.
and then we can all play.
That-
And then we'll fucking
Nice.
stream it for you fuckers.
I like playing Call of Duty when I'm playing with people. I
Yeah.
just could
Oh,
never
yeah, oh,
justify it like
Me either.
hopping
No,
on.
it's funny because like I was playing Halo with
I get
Covey for
addicted.
like the longest fucking time, and then like I was like, all right, like I'll just play Halo by myself. Literally like 2 minutes in, like I died twice. I'm like, yeah, this isn't fun
because
And
you're not
just-
putting in enough time to get like good at it. You're not playing it for
Yeah,
that
I just
level.
want to
So,
fuck around and like hang out.
and if you don't have the hangout, it's like, all right, how many hours did I just? You know?
Yeah.
Like that was a fun grind.
It's not the same.
Like a single player game I can do. I can sit
Oh.
down and fucking do it. Completely different. But I don't want to get fucking pwned by a bunch
No,
of people.
let's play Call of Duty.
I'm out at.
let's
it.
do
Totally
that.
down.
It's gonna
I'm
suck if it costs
1000% down.
$70, but still, I'll do it.
I think this one's 50, I think.
Cool.
Or 60.
I can use my brother's headset that he isn't allowed to use anymore.
Nice.
My brother used to be obsessed with video games. You didn't even know him then. He had him taken away like years ago.
Really?
Wait, what?
He hasn't played video games in forever.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, there was like a minute last year, I think, where he was like hanging out with someone from a baseball team. And he's like, "Mom, they have Call of Duty," and she was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Haven't played in a while." She's like, "Can you not be weird, please?" And he's like, "I'm not." But like, yeah, that shit's been gone since like
Damn.
sophomore, junior year.
No shit. That's fucking wild. I did not
Pinnacle.
know
It
that.
was back and forth forever, and then it was like, and
Pinnacle video game.
we're
age.
done.
Every time I don't see Jake, I just assume he's like fucking playing MLB in his room.
He's literally like laying across his bed, sweating on his phone. That's
Just
what,
watching videos of other people play video games.
a lot of that, a lot of baseball videos, but like he'll like fuck around with the family, like piss everyone off, and then he'll call, or like my dad will call him back and be like, "Dad, what are the Mets thinking?" And you're like, "No, motherfucker, like no one gives a fuck about the Mets." Like you just pissed everyone off for fucking 4 hours.
Oh, Jake.
Hey, play that barbecue video.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, it's in the notes.
Oh.
I love that that's just always on the screen.
It reminds us where we're headed.
The roots. That one. Yes.
Monkey never cramp.
Monkey never cramp. Tune into last week's to see that. What episode are we on, by the way?
22.
Damn.
God damn.
Hot jambalaya. Yeah. When's the last time you did a proper cleanse of your intestines?
About 15 minutes ago, bud.
I shove coffee beans up my
I
ass.
just had a couple
and then
shots of espresso this morning.
Shows an all-out brawl at a UCF tailgate party.
That might be a little loud.
And I'm Christy Kern, Fox 35, Stephanie Buffamonte.
Oh, the volume changes when the computer's plugged in. That's not how it usually looks. Interesting.
This is at a college. You'll probably skip forward a little
I'm
bit.
planning on it. I don't want to hear this horror talk about nothing for 10 minutes.
On Saturday, out at UCF.
Bro.
Should be wild.
Give me a bigger screen.
I'm going to find it first.
Bro.
Bro, that grill master is on point. Yo, the grill's the best.
There was like half people holding them back and half people fighting, so people were getting off like half a punch and getting like yanked.
Which is when historically black fraternities and sororities perform choreographed moves in a line to music. UCF alumni Brandon Evans tells me he saw someone.
Can't wait to hear how this is Whitey's fault.
In this video, you can see
Look at the guy grilling.
What's he wearing? Does he have like a fanny pack?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big now.
Backpack on.
Dude, he's still grilling. He's flipping corn.
He's blocking it off.
People are getting backed up into the grill. Some people are getting burned off of the grill. We're also trying to make sure none of the food falls because that got broken.
He says they eventually moved it away from the crowd because the fight went
Eventually.
on for about 10 minutes. And they were worried someone would get seriously hurt.
He's like, we tried to wait it out, but
You did see some people, messed up eye, bloody lip, and we don't want that going on. It's homecoming, you're there to have fun, relax, and then at the end of the day, see the Knights win a game.
Evans says he's never seen a fight like this at
Look at him flipping
UCF
it.
homecoming and hopes he doesn't again.
We're there to have a good time. We're there to have fun. There's no reason to you don't gain anything.
It's like, man, you fuck up my burger.
He's still manning the fucking food.
he like
All right,
pinned
that's
it down with the tongs. He like stuck the grill.
You think you just shut the lid? Well, I guess you gotta fucking.
The
tend
amount
it.
of devotion that takes,
Oh,
bro.
it was impressive.
Yeah, that's like a Picasso level, like
Yeah, it was impressive.
passion for his art.
Yeah,
That's
his art,
fucking
bro.
wild. Nah, I'd fucking slam that shit and run.
Most artists
Fucking
weren't
take that with me.
liked in their time, right?
They weren't liked or known or anything. Once they died.
So I heard
watched
someone the other day talking about like a rapper, and he was like, "Man, these modern day Picassos, and people aren't getting the credit." And I'm like, but I think that's how that goes, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't get the credit now.
I mean, I know there's some people that
I know-
did
Like Da
well when
Vinci,
they're
I think,
alive,
where
but,
people
like,
were excited about.
I watched one thing. It was about Jackson Pollock, the guy that does like the drip painting and all the crazy shit.
Jackson
they were like-
Pollock's
Yeah, and they were like,
shit's all over.
they were like,
Eric Andre.
but they were like, how the fuck did this shit get popular? How did this happen? And like dove into that, and it was like, oh, he knew the art director at this studio and the person. He was like good friends with like someone who like ran like an art catalog like a magazine, and they were like, they posted in their shit like, this guy's good, this guy's good, this guy's good.
The next big thing.
Yeah, basically that, just like to get whatever the fuck they were doing off the ground, or like to like get him off the ground or some shit. But yeah, that's how like he became popular. And it's like, oh, so it is just all about who you know.
Yep.
The
So
UFC
you know
is
how much
really
money you
good at
got.
that. Like taking an unknown person and like trying to hype them up to make it seem like
Oh yeah, I
they're-
mean, you give them a couple fucking commercials. You'd be like, hey, here's a little sponsorship. Put you on this thingy too. Put you on some billboards. You're fucking the next big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, how
Bing, bada
often do they
boom.
do that shit with fucking Jones and McGregor?
No,
and
not
fucking-
even. Those people are like the mega stars. Those are like when they realize they have something and then they make it ascend. I'm talking about like when they have something that they want to work. Like they had that Sage Northcutt guy.
Yeah,
And, they
I
want-
liked him too, but
He doesn't seem like a
goddamn.
bad dude,
No,
yeah.
yeah. He's not an MMA guy. He should
Doesn't seem like it.
go
no.
back, go to Combat Do or like wherever the fuck that shit is.
Karate combat. Yeah. You see, Gabriel Varga went over there. He was a Glory. I don't think he's fought yet.
Oh, okay.
I think it's upcoming, but he's signed with them. Which,
Can't imagine how much money you make.
but he's went away from Bellator, so I think they got to be doing somewhat decent.
Yeah.
And it seemed like recently they've had like a lot of marketing campaigns and stuff. So I don't know if they got like invested from someone, but maybe they threw a bag at him. Gabriel Varga's like an accomplished kickboxing guy, so it's like
Throw me a fucking bone, man.
I wonder if they're like, hey, I know you're a kickboxer, but can you wear this black belt and gi for me?
yeah. I think he was saying he's like, I haven't done like anything karate since like I don't want to say a kid, but I'm pretty sure he said kid.
He goes in there with a yellow belt.
I literally thought about that too. I'm like,
Fucking people up.
the fuck's he gonna wear? I'm not gonna let him wear like tie shorts, you know.
I love watching Wonder Boy fight.
That's how I told Ellen's kid to watch because I guess
That dude is.
he likes it from the because they watch that Cobra Kai show together.
Okay.
So I guess his brain like skews cool karate shit, and he
That
like
dude is just. Yeah, like he's got that kick where he just fucking bop, and it just like hits you right under the arm.
a sidekick.
He's good, man. He's
Yeah,
fucking
but
good.
it's like there's no, it's like so quick. It's like, whoosh. I
That's
don't know,
what
it's
like.
crazy.
So yeah, he's like.
I just don't get how he gets his foot up in that angle to like then get so much power behind it up.
Well, that's
I don't
the
know.
thing. He doesn't have like the spectrum everyone else does. Like he's really, really good at those few things. So like
I
other
see.
people don't get to that level of
He has no
mastery.
ground game, right?
If you take him down, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's done.
Oh, okay.
The past 2 fights, I mean, people managed to do that. Yeah.
Isn't he old too?
I mean, he's older. He's not like out
not
of.
Is he 40 yet?
He's like 38.
Oh, okay. 40
He's
I would consider old.
definitely like.
Once you get
On
like
the back
Randy
half.
Couture, fucking Dan Hendo.
I just watched.
Is Hendo still fighting?
No.
How old's he?
God, not. I
Past-
always say that someone's not
How's-
fighting, and then fucking like a year down the road,
Well-
it's like
Hendo's like 46 probably. Hendo was old when he was fighting.
right. I think Crow Cop's always fucking done,
What's he
but then I
doing
keep
these
seeing
days?
his ass pop up. Or fucking
What's Hendo sound
Anderson
like?
Silva popped up. He was fucking
Hendo?
kickboxing.
What's he sound like these days?
Probably always sounds like a fucking
CT.
caveman. He's awesome. I love Hendo's the fucking coolest. He's got a head like a fucking rock.
Flat front face.
He was the guy who his girlfriend's daughter was like, I'd be like honored if you leg kicked me or whatever.
Oh,
And he was like,
the daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I saw that.
and I don't know if he thought like he was gonna like wave it off. He's like, all right. And he just gives him like a 8% leg kick that hobbles this
Bro,
child.
he like falls down, I think.
and he like
I think
It's
he
such a
kicked him.
pure-
I think he kicked him twice too. He was like, bam. He's like, no. It was bad. Bam. Then he hits him again.
in a better spot.
God damn.
But just a genuine fit, not someone that's like, because sometimes you see those guys like with a social media channel, like take a hit from someone and their face is like, this is going to be the thumbnail. Like,
Yeah.
this kid's face was a genuine, like, I was not expecting
Yeah.
this severity of
I
pain.
shouldn't have done
Yeah.
this.
Hendo and Hughes, just fucking some tough motherfuckers, bro.
Oh, Matt Hughes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Farm boy. Fucking disgustingly strong.
Just some scary motherfuckers.
The densest person I've ever been in a room with.
I couldn't imagine touching that brick wall.
Yeah,
Just
no.
that man of stone.
Like I said, like I literally just had the moment of like, well, this doesn't make sense. Like I don't have time to think about it right now, but I know that this,
I can only imagine
isn't how-
shaking his hand. He could just like lift you up by the hand.
and not for nothing, but at that time, I'm not sound fucking interested, but like I'm dealing with a lot of bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like me now where I haven't touched people. You know, like
Yeah.
and I'm just like Matt Hughes was strong,
He hasn't touched people in years.
but like I'm going against people every
It's good.
fucking day, feeling like
It's a good thing.
big people. You know,
Yeah.
every fucking size, and that motherfucker doesn't feel like any other motherfucker.
Stone.
I've met Travis Brown, fucking heavyweight. He didn't feel like that. I've met
Some people are just built different.
Mexicutioner. Mexicutioner was strong as shit. Like I said, everyone had Swiss cheese fucking or not. Everyone had like cheese grater fucking
from the cage.
yeah on their back. Didn't feel like Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes felt like a fucking inhuman.
All right, I gotta go.
And on that note, Matt Hughes, if you want to come on
Cutting
the
it
podcast
close.
next time,
If you're trying to come on, promote yourself.
I know you're a good Illinois
We got
boy.
followers. Check it out. Apes in the Street coming out soon as fuck. Soon as fuck. Check us out at Taste of Chicago and other bullshit near your area.
I want to taste of Chicago.
Yeah, we're gonna dry run the Apes in the Street. Yeah, it's what?
Such a bad idea.
Oh, it's gonna be tremendous. It's gonna be tremendous.
Such a
Catch us
bad
at Taste
idea.
of Chicago on Saturday, whenever the fuck that is. You'll see us walking around. We're probably gonna be wearing Hawaiian shirts and
Likely.
stop by for an interview and fuck it, and maybe a sticker. But other than that, Do the normal shit, like, subscribe, the normal bullshit, and like always, you fuckers take care.
Yes.